Welcome, Diecast fans. I'm Tom Spanners-Watson.
And I'm Frank DeGura Gibbs.
And welcome to the next round of the Toyota Race Series.
Before we crack into the racing, let's have a quick look at the points. So it's 6, 4, 2, 1 and 0 for a DNF. And of course we are running our bonus points for drifting, but nobody's picked any up yet.
In the first race, we've got Cam Jackman in the silver and black drift car, Whitey Whitehouse in the Shell race car. Then we've got Lone Star driving the bronze colour change car, and finally Dr. Cox in the Rick and Morty portal car.
Okay, well that's enough preamble. Let's get into the racing.
So the drivers line up. We've got Cam Jackman and Dr. Cox in the front row, Whitey Whitehouse and Lone Star in the back row.
I just love that Rick and Morty portal car.
Cam Jackman having some trouble there. That allows Dr. Cox to get out to a big lead. But Cam Jackman not giving up. He slips around the outside of him. Oh, and a tight race there between Whitey Whitehouse and Dr. Cox. Let's go back through the replay.
What a brilliant move here from Cam Jackman. It looked like Dr. Cox was trying for the drift but blew it, and Cam Jackman spotted his line and takes this gap perfectly.
A brilliant bit of driving there from Cam Jackman, and how about this race for second place? Dr. Cox just holding off the challenge from Whitey Whitehouse there.
Yeah, that race was tighter than my rich uncle.
Lone Star will be looking to capitalise on his front row start this time around, try and get some more points on the board.
It'll really depend if Dr. Cox has still got some portal fluid left or not.
Well, the pins drop and they get underway, and Dr. Cox gets the jump on the field. But Lone Star reeling him in, gets into the lead, and he goes off! He's crashed into the crowd. There's absolute pandemonium. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that is tragic. I hope the food trucks are okay.
There are just bodies strewn everywhere.
We better go back and have a look at the replay. So, Lone Star just drifts wide, slams into the back of the C10. That then plows down a bunch of people, and he almost knocked the Toyota Celica onto the track. You just really hate to see an accident like that.
Totally. Should we watch it again?
Oh, you know it. Look at Lone Star there. Just bounces off the side of the track. I don't even know where he was thinking he was going. He must have been aiming to cut out Kahuna Corner entirely.
That is certainly one of the gnarlier accidents we've had for quite some time. You can see Dave from Dave's Nut Shack standing at the back of that Land Cruiser there. Luckily that saved him, but a lot of the others not so lucky.
We better cut to commercial. We'll be right back after this.
Are you upset because someone ate your chocolate starfish donut without your permission? Well, don't worry. Get on down to Buster's Donuts for a fresh batch. The chocolate starfish donut, only available at Buster's Donuts.
After Lone Star ploughed into the infield, you'll be pleased to know that all the food trucks are actually okay. And Rex Towing are giving Lone Star a lift back to the top of the canyon right now.
So while the drivers reset, let's have a quick look at the scores. A great run there from Dr. Cox and Cam, both on 10 points, well ahead of Whitey Whitehouse and of course Lone Star.
Lone Star better pull finger if he wants to stay in this.
Well, he is quick out of the gate, gets the jump on everybody else, but it looks like Whitey Whitehouse is going to make him work for it. Lone Star goes down, but he's trying to stay ahead of Whitey Whitehouse there. Looks like he's trying to make it to the finish line on his roof, but that would net him 0 points anyway. Whitey Whitehouse picks up the only points in that race, and that's going to help him get back in the race.
Maybe Lone Star should have sat this one out to spend a bit more time working on his car, because he completely lost control there. And then look at that move, trying to overtake Whitey Whitehouse through Kahuna Corner on his roof. I don't think we've ever seen that before.
Yeah, that was definitely a first, but well done Whitey Whitehouse picking up maximum points there, and that's really going to help him with nobody else scoring anything.
Yeah, basically undoes the 0 he had last time and puts him back in the running on 8 points, and Cam and Dr. Cox still leading the way on 10 points.
As we head into the final race of this group, we've got 3 drivers vying for the 2 positions. Who's it going to be? Whitey Whitehouse looks like he really wants it. There goes Cam Jackman up the inside, a beautiful overtake. They're nose to nose to the finish, and Whitey Whitehouse tries to overtake him right at the end, but couldn't quite do it.
It doesn't matter though, he's just ahead of Dr. Cox, so that means Whitey Whitehouse and Cam Jackman go through to the next round.
Well, it's a shame to say goodbye to the Rick and Morty portal car because I did love that graphic, but this isn't a beauty contest, this is a race.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it was a beauty contest, Whitey Whitehouse definitely wouldn't win.
Alright, let's look at the next batch of drivers. We've got Matti Brewer driving the grey Tsunami car, then we've got DRT3K in the Enjoy Toyota silver car, Big Mike in the blue and white Speed Hunter car, and finally Dexter in the yellow and green colour change car.
So we've got Matti Brewer and Dexter in the front row, DRT3K and Big Mike in the back row.
Let's see if these drivers can keep it together a bit better than the last lot. It was a tight group, but then we've got Matti Brewer and DRT3K jumping ahead, and it sounds like we've had an accident somewhere. What happened to Big Mike?
Crikey, it looks like Mike's decided to go sightseeing down by the old waterfall.
How the heck did he end up over that side? He was in the outside lane.
Yeah, I know. Check this out. Look at that. He just goes completely across track.
You know, I bet he dropped his donut and that's what he was looking for and took his eye off the road.
Oh yeah, that sounds like Big Mike. And do you think it's a coincidence that his score looks like a donut?
Good call, Frank.
So Big Mike moving into the front row this time, and this is the exact spot where Lone Star will play out into the infield.
Well, we've still got all the safety workers in there, so hopefully he stays on track. Mike with a big lead, and there's a bit of an accident in behind. Mike runs down unopposed, taking maximum points, and coming in second is Matti Brewer.
That's a real shame for Dexter. He's been a top competitor so far. Let's go back through the replay and find out just what happened. So Big Mike out in front. Dexter cuts to the inside, gets back on track, but it looks like he got flipped up there by the nose of DRT3K's car, and somehow Matti Brewer manages to drive around all of them.
Now, it looked like Matti Brewer may have got a drift bonus there, but no, he's actually backing into the corner. Even though he goes sideways through the exit and stays straight, you've got to enter the corner the correct angle.
And Big Mike was pretty close, but it was such a short one it didn't really count. But he did pick up maximum points and gets back in the race.
Big Mike making the most of his front row start last time. Can he do it again?
Well, just as long as he can stay on track, he should be okay.
DRT3K drops the hammer, gets into the lead. Big Mike on his tail. Nice leap out in front. Not sure what happened in behind there, but DRT3K takes the win. Mike in second place, and that is Dexter coming in third. And unfortunately, we've got Matti Brewer stuck in the chicane.
Now, what was that accident? Because everybody was on their wheels. It was either Dexter or Matti Brewer. Oh, it was Dexter. He smashed into the sidewall. And, whoa, look at Big Mike. Look at Big Mike in the blue and white. I think he just pulled off a drift.
Let's have a look from Kahuna Cam. So Big Mike comes in on the right angle, cranks that steering wheel. Beautiful drift, stay straight out of Kahuna corner. That is officially our first drift points. Big Mike takes a maximum 2 bonus points.
Talk about a comeback kid. He goes off track in the first one, wins the second one, and then picks up our first bonus points, and now he's in the lead.
Well, Big Mike definitely enjoyed those front row starts. And now the next two closest on points are in the front. Matti Brewer on the outside and DRT3K on the inside. DRT3K out with the lead. Didn't look like anybody got any drift points there, but DRT3K takes the win. Matti Brewer second, Big Mike third, and a huge boost of speed there right at the end from Dexter, but that is not enough for him. But we've got a 3-way tie for first.
Wow, these boys definitely bringing the action in the second heat, but you know what that means? It's time for a race-off.
So, basic points, 3, 2, 1, 3 races, best points moves on.
With Big Mike in the front row, I'm expecting big things.
Well, he manages to get through Cam Corner in the lead. Matti Brewer on his tail, but Big Mike goes down. Brewer gets around him nicely. DRT3K challenging hard, but Matti Brewer will pick up 3 points. DRT3K 2 points. Big Mike 0. That is not the start he wanted.
Big Mike might have to aim some drift points if he wants to stay in this.
DRT3K leading the pack. A huge big jump. Oh, he gets out on the sidewall but keeps it under control. Matti Brewer challenging hard right up to the end there, but I think he only managed second place. Let's have a look at the overhead.
An awesome challenge there from Brewer, but DRT3K just holds on, and they're now both on 5 points, and Big Mike needs a miracle if he's going to stay in this.
Basically, his only hope now is that the other two crash out. He wins and gets a drift bonus, but it's not looking good. Brewer and DRT3K get through. Brewer takes the win. DRT3K second, Big Mike third, and unfortunately that means Mike is out, but congratulations Matti Brewer and DRT3K, you're moving on.
Well, plenty of excitement in today's racing, and if you want more excitement, why not check out our memberships?
All you have to do is go down by the subscribe button, there'll be a join button, click that takes you through and you can see the different options. You get things like custom emojis and badges, priority comment replies, plus behind the scenes footage that nobody else gets to see.
Plus you're the first to find out about any mail-ins and driver calls.
And a massive thank you from both of us to everybody that's signed up already.
And a huge shout out to Joshua Baxley, Junkyard Joust and Stuart Bremner for signing up just recently.
Alright, that's enough from us tonight. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Tom Spanners Watson. He's Frank the Guru Gibbs. We look forward to seeing you next time.